name is Chris, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader on this channel, and I'm here to help you with your dropshipping. Tonight we'll be looking at fresh dropshipping products that are going to make you more money. And to do that, we'll be talking to my students over at the Freedom Club. Now, if you've never done dropshipping, or maybe you have, maybe you've failed, and maybe you feel like you're just missing that one piece of information that's going to make you profitable, well, this is probably where that piece of information is. How do I know this? Because we teach so many. We have taught thousands and thousands of people how to be profitable at dropshipping and e-commerce. So you can come over and join for free, or you can book a call with our sales team where we can tell you how much it'll cost you to get access to coaches like myself. We have a free track and we have a premium track, but it does cost nothing. It costs you nothing to jump on over and get started. I'm going to be talking with my students from the Freedom Club in this stream tonight, and let's get them in. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. My name is Chris, and tonight we are doing a product research call. So this is where you want to come and look at fresh new products that are going to make you money. If this is your first time in the call, please drop in the chat and let me know that you're new. Let me know where you're up to in the course. And if you have any product ideas and you want my feedback, I'm actually the guy who approves the products when you submit them. So any questions you have about whether or not I would approve your product, you can drop a link to your product in the chat, and I can let you know if it's a good idea or not. Welcome, Michael, and you're new. Where are you up to in the course, my friend? You got the approval point? I went through and approved all of my products today. Let me see if I can see another one in there. Lawrence, hanging out for this one? No problem, Lawrence. Yeah, I don't have anything in my pile to review, Michael. So, Ike and Maddie, you have a pricing question. The course recommends 3 times cost as a markup, and you're seeing competitive pricing on a product at 4.5 times cost. Beautiful. Jimmy asked me to go 2.5 instead. You're trying to understand the reasoning. I'm not sure why Jimmy said 2.5. I'm sure he had a good reason, but if you're seeing if you're seeing competitors at 4.5, you know what my motto is? My motto is to test price points. Now, it's probably starting off at where the competition is, and then you can run some tests at a cheaper price point. You've got to figure out if you want more conversions at a cheaper price or less conversions at a higher price. And the answer isn't always one or the other. It really depends on the product, depends on the demand, depends on how much the suppliers cost. So I would personally, not to tell you that Jimmy said the wrong thing, he probably had a good reason for it, but without knowing the product or anything about it, my gut instinct would be to go for 4.5 on that one. Laura, just started this week. You like the sounds of a baby bag or a golf pants in my winning product sheet? You're led to have a look at anything else? Cool. Very cool. Michael with the sleep aid. Do you want to show me which one that is? Maybe I've got some thoughts on it. So for those of you who are new, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to start looking at products. All of my products go into my winning spreadsheet here. This spreadsheet you guys can get and you can access at any time. Same for anybody watching over on YouTube. Now, if you do actually want to watch me on YouTube, this is my link to this video. The viewing experience is different on YouTube. You get to listen to the music that I'm playing, but also I think the screen is less fuzzy, if that annoys you. But do stop by my YouTube and drop me a like and a subscribe, because you may not be available when I go live one day and you might want to watch. A lot of students just chime on in, have this in the background, just so they can keep their finger on the pulse for what products are working. All right. Where were we? Chinooka. Hopefully I said that right. 1 second. You're trying to attain some products that you could validate your brand with. You're thinking skipping ropes, stretch mats, hand wraps, ankle wraps, and training towels. Okay. Your site is currently on WooCommerce and you're currently in the process of transferring to Shopify. Can I please help you find product ideas? Underdog. Cool. Ah, you're going for a boxing store. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. It's very niche. Combat Hub. It's a very niche store. There's a lot of things that might work. There's a lot of things that might not work. But training, stuff for training, stuff to help get good form as you're training would probably be what I'm thinking. Like boxing, there's a boxing game that I've seen some people selling that might be good. Hard to say, but very cool looking. Michael, calm carry. What do you got here? Oh, it's a tough one. A tough one for calm carry. These guys are doing it really well. I've found competition making money selling this. We'll have a look at these guys and make sure that they got their ads. I know it's on my list. I know it's on my list, but being on my list doesn't guarantee success. And I'll show you why in a second. Because times change. And I do go back on my list every once in a while. We go through the products, make sure that what I said still works, is still working. But things can change. What is difficult about this one is that you need to have well, that's really nice. You've got a mystery code, click to claim. Damn, that's gorgeous. I need to thieve that. That's going into my tank. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I've had some students try and sell this, and their websites weren't up to scratch to the point that this one is, and they really struggled. So yes, I've seen this working, and we've seen competition selling this, but you're going to need to make a website this slick, probably. Let's go see if these guys are still running ads. Okay, I think this is them. Glowco. They've been running ads since November. Wow, okay, yeah. These guys are very profitable. So while the student wasn't able to find success, I think it was more that they weren't able to create this that works. So what we have here, guys, this is the Facebook ad library, and I'll give you this link. You've probably already seen this, Michael. But for those of you who are new, this is a free tool by Meta. If you have an ad that's live on your account, anybody is able to go see it, and they're able to go see all the ads that you have running on your account. So right now we're looking at all the ads running on Glowco. So what we have is a blueprint. So Michael, when I say this is difficult, you have to, not you don't have to, but these guys are giving you the blueprint for how to make this product work. They're giving you the types of videos. They're giving you the types of visuals. You can see their website, and all you have to do is replicate that feeling in your own ad account, in your own ad campaigns. And yes, these guys have a lot of creatives. I can't tell you exactly which one is working, but I can tell you they haven't changed them since October. These ones here have a low impression count, so they're not so important, and they're probably fairly new. It's the older stuff. Like, they're obviously trying to see if they can do better with this fresher stuff from January and February, but their older stuff is what's converting for them. So here's the blueprint. The website is gorgeous and clean, and this is what you're going to have to try and compete with. So yes, you can absolutely submit that product, and I will absolutely approve it, but you got to put the work in on this one, okay? Do I know how much they're spending? I can take a guess, and probably spending maybe 1,000, 2,000 a day, maybe more. They're not just going with sleep, they're going with daily anxiety. Big emotion. So they're clearly going for the autism and the ADHD crowd, which is probably what I would do too, absolutely, to sell this one. Hi Bella and Tim here. If we have found a reputable seller on AliExpress that offers free returns and has 1,000 positive reviews, is that a decent shipping time? Can you use them? They have better margins on and products and variants than what's on eBay. How do you submit a product? It'll be on the course. There'll be a link to the form that you got to fill out to submit a product to me. Tim, to answer your question, you could do that. You could go through an AliExpress vendor, but I would much prefer, if you wanted to go down that route, I'd much prefer you went with our approved what are they called? Our approved supplier from Freedom Club. So we have two suppliers in Freedom Club. We have our Freedom Club warehouse, which is just being built, and that is, I think, for scalers and certain people we invite. And we also have our other supplier, who is a friend of mine. I've been doing business with him for nearly 10 years, and I've made over 16 million in sales through him. And his name is Bron, and they have an app called T-Fulfill. If you want access to that, all you have to do is go over and have a chat with me on WhatsApp. Here's my WhatsApp link. I will introduce you to him or to them, and they will give you a price for your products. The reason why I'd much prefer you to go through our supplier is because we have control over the shipping. And even though your AliExpress person has a lot of great reviews, they can be fudged. And I don't want you to have a bad experience. Now, the prices might be different, but what I've found with my AliExpress vendors is things might be great for a while, and then all of a sudden they run out of your product, and the factory that was making your product stopped making it, and they just go somewhere else and they get a similar product and they don't even tell you. And you don't know for like weeks until a customer complains that, hey, this product isn't like what you're selling. And you go back and you realize, oh my God, I've sent out hundreds of orders and it's not even the product that I was promised. So I don't want you to be in that situation. So that's why we would prefer you to use an approved vendor. Okay. Julie, in the product research call, I came across a hug sleep thing. You've added it to the product sheet. Your coaches noted it should not use this product as it is seasonal. Let's have a look. No, I disagree. I don't think this is seasonal. Not at all. There's parts of Australia that get cold all the way through the year. Which coach said that? I'm gonna go and ask them why. Actually, you know what? It's probably a discussion that us coaches should have together about. Maybe they're right. Maybe it's seasonal, but I don't think it is. I think this is a great gift. Because you know what? My kids, like we come from, we are a neurodivergent family. All my kids are autistic, and one of them has ADHD. They love to be, and even my wife is too. She loves to feel like that. If this thing is cooling, it says it's got good temperature control, she'd do this every night. You sleep with your aircon on 17 degrees because you love being cozy. I understand that. I'm the same. I think this is cool. I would absolutely sell the hell out of this. And I need to go and have a chat with the coach who told you not to sell it. I think this is cool. But you know what? That's their opinion. My opinion is it's good. And you can tell them Chris has approved it. How can you get it approved? Go through the process. You got to submit your product to me. It comes through to me in the student database. Once you've submitted it according to the guides or the steps in the course. And then once I've approved it, you'll get a message from me. or a message from the system saying that you've leveled up and you get put into the next level. All right, we're gonna go hunt for some products. Now, I hunt for my products differently from you guys. I use a tool that's different from what you guys are taught to use. So my favorite tool at the moment, now I do change tools when it's warranted. My favorite tool is PiPi ads. Not just because they sponsor me. They sponsor my YouTube channel, which is lovely. They give me an affiliate link, which no one ever uses because there is no point using the affiliate link because you get all the information from me in my product database. If you are obsessed with e-commerce like me and you're obsessed with product research and you just find yourself doing this, then maybe you want to use PiPi ads. It is probably one of the better tools out there. The reason why I love it is because when I'm on my stream, it doesn't slow down. A lot of the other tools get really slow and clunky as you scroll down the page, and this one doesn't. The other reason why I like it is because it gives me data from TikTok and Facebook, and one of the things that I'm looking for is products that have come through, like not only this, but definitely am interested in looking at products that are on TikTok that aren't yet on Facebook, because sometimes you can come up with a gem. And while it's not important to come up with a gem that isn't advertised on one platform, it can be very beneficial to jump on a trend really early. Having said that, most of my products aren't actual trends. They're just good products. Ooh. Ooh, what is this one? Okay, 107 days, no likes, no comments. I am interested though. 50-year-old Joels have gone in 10 minutes a day in front of the television. I doubt that, but I am interested. This would go perfect on my red light store. Okay, this is obviously a very branded product. And when I say branded, this is kind of what we would consider to be like it's been in the market a while. They've obviously gone all in, built themselves a massive business around this. The befores and afters are really good. Maybe I should put more before and afters on my store. Fake doctor, but the fake doctor looks good. Lots of UGC. These guys look real. Beautiful website though. All right, what are we doing for Facebook ads for these? So Lima Life. I bet you these are a huge brand. Slippery. Okay, 42,000 followers. Now to put them in perspective, my business has about 68,000 followers. So they've been doing this a while. Their marketing is clean. And these have been running since December. So that's nearly 2 months. 3 months. So this face torch. Your youth genes are shutting down. Oh, look at the A-Lift skin secrets. Turn back time. Look at these awesome ads. This is going on my list, and I can tell you, I'm going to sell the crap out of this. Shop your exclusive access. All right, let's take a look. Free mirror with every laser pro. Whoa! How? Hey, that's a lot of money. What in the hell? This isn't something we can drop ship. I didn't realize we were talking like a $10,000 product. This is the real deal. It's going to go on the list anyway. How do I ensure it's safe? Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. But this one, I mean, this is obviously a very well advanced red light product. Red light products, in my experience, And look, I only just built my red light store like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm only really dabbling. I'm not in the market extensively. I'm just having a play around. I have a play around in a lot of different markets, but from what I can ascertain, it's just red light, and it's not really going to be harmful. But this one's very specific, so it's a bit of a stronger light. I don't think it can cause any damage to your skin. I'm going to pop it on the list. We wouldn't be drop shipping this product, but it's an actual laser. Well, I mean, they say it is, but I don't think it's an actual laser like space zapping laser. It says here. Yep, it says here. Where is it? Where would I see it? It had these specifications. $4,000. Here we go. Near infrared continuous cold laser beam. Look, it says laser beam, but I mean, it's just a laser is just a single wavelength of light. Exactly. It's just a near infrared light. It's yeah. So I'm gonna pop this in the list. I'm not gonna be like, I am definitely gonna be looking for a face product like this for my store. Obviously, I'm not gonna be selling a $4,000 laser, but I will be looking for like a $200 or $300 kind of similar product, and I will be looking at this landing page for inspiration for how to sell that product, because this is gold. It's going on the list. Face laser. And while it might be a little while before I even find something like this that I can sell, I'm going to be using what I learned from that landing page on my current red light product page. Because they are doing it right. Okay. What I want to do is break this down by Australia, the US, Canada, and the UK. I would like last seen in the last 24 hours. So I'm looking for only ads that we've seen in the last 24 hours. And I want to sort these by... sort these by impression. So we'll see the things that have been seen by the most people first. No idea what that's selling. No idea what that's selling. TikTok Fest. Is this e-commerce? I'm going to click dropshipping. Serums. I found this is on the list ages and ages ago. It's not something we can easily do because you need an app, but it's a cool idea. Exfoliation. Crappy sandwich maker. Galaxy lamp. They're already on the list. I wouldn't recommend them. Dark skin. I've seen these a million times. We don't want to do anything to do with teeth whitening. Definitely want to avoid it. Michael, once a product is approved, do you get taken through how to get the product personalized with your logo? No, not yet. Good question though. So once you've decided on the product, look, let me tell you a bit of a story. This is my brand. My first brand, actually not even my first brand, this is my first big success. This is Home Craftology. I have sold millions of dollars worth of these, like 16 million. When I first started, I was using, this is before, way before Freedom Club. Like I've been doing this when Freedom Club wasn't even a thought. And when I started with the worst AliExpress version of this that you could find. And so for you, you'll be starting with what you can find off eBay. And don't expect to be selling anything with a logo or anything like that just yet, because it's not important. What's important for you right now is establishing, can you actually sell this? Can you build a store and sell this product at all? And if you can actually get a couple of sales, perfect. Then it's time to invest in some UGC. Now, for your first few sales, we don't often worry about whether or not you're profitable. If you can get a sale in under $150, beautiful, we're on the right track, probably on the right track. So you go and you invest in some UGC, and we see if you can get some cheaper sales. Once you have stabilized your sales and you're starting to build yourself a list of people in your email provider, then we think, okay, what's the next step? That's when I usually introduce you to our supplier. And the supplier, you could continue selling an unbranded product, or you'll have an opportunity to brand your product like I've done. Making a box, making packaging, deciding on little frills, and adding some extra things that maybe your competition don't have. And then you have a customized product. Now, there'll be additional investment required for that. Like I had to put out a couple of grand to have the boxes and the bags. So there's decisions to make along the way, and you'll have many decisions that you can make. Usually adding your logo to the product isn't very difficult once you're with a Chinese supplier. We have all of the laser machines that we need to customize most products. But don't let that stop you from getting started. Just get started with whatever is available off eBay, because we've first got to prove that you have the right angle and that you have the right idea of how to sell the product that you choose. A lot of people, like you could copy a product from another website that's absolutely killing it, but because you don't understand what their winning angle is, and all you have to work off is their ad library and their landing page, you might be completely missing the point. And the idea is to figure out what the point is and how to get that sale. So let's look at some products. T-shirts, not interested. Dracos, what are these things? I'd normally stay hell away from shoes, but these look like one size fits most. Let's take a look. Reflective Draco slides. Clean website. They do have sizes. That's the only thing. We don't want to be selling anything that has a size, because if people can get the wrong size, they're going to want to ship them back to you and get the right size, and we don't have the infrastructure for drop shipping. Nikki, after you add your logo to the product from overseas, where is the product held? So our supplier has a warehouse, and his job is to go to the factories that make your product and buy enough to fulfill your orders for you. And he will keep your products in his warehouse until they're fulfilled. If you want to speed up the process, once you know you can sell a lot of these products, you will say to him, hey, you know, here's 10 grand. Go and buy 10 grand worth of my product and have it on your shelf ready to ship at all times. And he'll do that. This product is already on the list. They're still selling these. I found these ages ago. They're still selling these. This product is a gift. We want to stay well away from gifts, but I have friends who make a lot of money selling jewelry. It's not what we teach at the Freedom Club. It does work. People do make money selling jewelry, but it's not what our course is about. We're here to teach you how to sell problem-solving products. Again, we're going to stay away from gifts, as nice as these are. We're going to stay well away from gifts. Paid by numbers kits. They look nice. You know, I show you guys my brand, Homecraftology. when I launched this one, it's been so successful that I went out and I launched a whole bunch of different crafting websites. I had Paint Craftology, which sold paint by numbers. I had Thread Craftology that sold crochet kits. No, not crochet kits. The other kits, what are they called? Cross stitching kits. We have I have my own designs that we designed in house. Man, they took a long time to design. We had Puzzle Craftology, and we had Scratch Craftology, where we sold scratching kits. I think I've still got all these on my website. They were individual stores. I made a stupid decision ages ago where we brought them all in under Home Craftology. Worst decision to make. But I had a specific store for each of these types of crafts. And I can tell you, people make a lot of money from each of these types of crafts. And you might be thinking, hey, how does this correlate to the Freedom Club? This isn't a problem-solving product. What are you talking about, Chris? Of course it is. Of course it is. What problem does this solve? It solves boredom. It solves anxiety. It solves shutting your mind off. It solves personal you time. So this solves a problem. And if you guys wanted to run crafts, I will absolutely support it. We have a great vendor for crafts. Our supplier who supplies my crafts will happily supply your crafts. Just go for it. Okay, Michael, is this forum to ask questions on the products you will go ahead with, or is there another avenue? No, this is the perfect forum for you to ask questions about products. I think I've sold the most amount of products out of most people here, and it's my job to approve your products. So by all means, ask away. This is why I do these streams. Ask any questions you have about the program, where you're at. I'm happy to answer. One sugar bear. Oh, it's a gummy. We have a few students selling gummies, and they're quite successful. But I really worry about the niche, because you're selling a health product, and I have a feeling one day they're going to come and say, "Hey, you need to make sure that your health product is certified." So I wouldn't recommend gummies, but we have some students who've sold them and they've done quite well. Michael, you're hanging out because Chris is great answering questions, and you're always learning something. You're always ready to be taking notes on this call. Thanks, Lawrence. And the next one too. What's the next one? The growth is a growth? I can't remember. The link provided for the sleep aid device in the spreadsheet says ended. Well, find another link. That's all I can say to that one. Find another link. Okay. Cats getting massages. This is one of those weird ass massage devices. I think this is a fad. I don't know if I'd sell this. Savvyverse, their website's not even there anymore. Bad product. The teddy bears, they've already been on the list. No one has started a teddy bear store. Man, I think that would sell. I really do. A smiley cushion. I need to see. Oh, it's a t-shirt. No thanks. Okay, changing the color of your skin. No, thank you. Simple gift ideas. No, thank you. I think I found this one, Comfort. I think I found these ones ages ago. Nope, I am confused. Cool brand there. Hold on, I gotta send this to my missus. Let her do some shopping. Okay. Sorry, guys. She's looking for like the nice, clean loungewear brand. This product here, I mean, I'm sure these guys are making money. I just don't love it. Wait. Symphony Band sleep headphones. Terrible website. Like, this is disgusting. I mean, the imagery is okay, but just the layout, dear Lord. Okay. Symphony brand. 5,000 followers. They've been doing this a little while. Ads. December, January. I don't like the product, but it looks like they're making money. December. I used to drop ship this back when I first started. It pisses me off. This was on one of my very first stores. And now people are buying them? Michael, you might contact me regarding relaxation craft products, going for a store with an anxiety and stress reduction angle. Yeah. Look, I wouldn't sell crafts as that's the only angle. Now, that would be a part of it. There are other things that you can sell for anxiety and stress reduction. It's just, look, that crafty people don't do it just for that. They do it because they're addicted to crafts. Stress and anxiety, I might have some other ideas in mind for that. I don't know. I'm going to put this on the list. Headphone wrap. Here is your Facebook ads. And here is your PiPi ads. Fidget things? I think fidget things have come and gone, honestly. My baby no longer struggles. Teething remedy. Oh, how cute. All right, what is this? I don't normally go for baby products. But is this one that you just put in the freezer? Coconut oil. Okay, so it's got stuff in it. It's got essential oils. Unless you are making this yourself, so unless you had a supplier to actually give you the rolls and you knew something about oils and were making these yourself, I wouldn't sell these. I wouldn't want to have a batch come back too strong and start burning baby skin. And the price point, $26, even when you buy 3 of them at $71, it's going to be tricky to make a profit at that price point. It is a very cool product, though. It's just an essentials oil. Look, Lawrence, you're saying these things like it's a bad thing. All things are just simple things. Marketing makes things exciting, doesn't it? See, I'm thinking like you could just grab something that you freeze and roll over their face, and that might help. It's a very standard bottle with their own label. With a roller on top, yeah, the bottle's not the problem. The bottle's easy. You could easily buy these in the hundreds and just make yourself a thing. But you'd want to know a little bit about mixing essential oils to make the formula, right? Otherwise, you put a couple of extra drops in and you're going to burn someone's face. You're just pointing out their angle. Yeah, look, it's kind of brilliant. But the price point to me isn't exciting. 3 of these for $71. Most people are going to buy one. And it's only useful for what, a year? So you're not going to get long-term customers. I don't love it. I don't think it's a brilliant dropshipping product. Would I ever go in between logo and generic packaging to begin with if the eBay supplier is really bad? Would I ever go between logo and generic packaging to begin with. If the eBay supplier is really bad, I would 100% not be using the eBay supplier. But I'm not sure what you mean. If I would go between a logo and a generic packaging, I don't know what you mean. Can you elaborate a little bit? Frizz-free beanies. I'm pretty sure I've got these on the on the list already. I do think that's a great idea. Fizz-free beanies. Problem is, it's very seasonal. And in relation to packaging, when you're first starting, like I'm talking in your first couple of weeks, we're not even concerned with the packaging. The only thing we're really concerned with is can we actually advertise this and get sales? Oh wait, infant accessory. What's this? Infant seat insert. I mean, I don't know anything. It's been a long time since we've had babies in this house, I'll tell you that. I don't know anything about baby safety standards these days, but I would shy away from anything that I would have to get tested and approved for sure. Carbon fiber aero shield. What is this? Car stuff. No, thank you. Brush versus microfiber sponge. Good ad, I guess. Wow, more coverage and smoothing. Okay. You sold that really well, buddy. Good job. You're a marketer by trade and used to get everything 100% from brand perspective. You have to get used to pace over perfection. I hear you. But if you try and do things perfectly, you will just not get anywhere. That's the way it is. So, let me just turn this off for a second. I'm just trying to think how I want to put this. To get to perfection, it takes steps. So I launched my red light store 2 weeks ago with no intention of being perfect. I know the product works. I know the product sells, and many students are selling the same product. So I know the product works, and I'm confident with that. I don't know if my angle will work. I don't know if my targeting will work. I don't know if I have the right landing page, but I've launched it. And what I'm doing is I'm buying data. This is what we're thinking about. We're buying data off Facebook. And the data is how much does it cost per click? How many add to carts do we get? Do people like this product? And I'm slowly using that data to make a better landing page. And in time, I will improve the product. And this is probably what separates me from a lot of other people is I will actually talk to the suppliers and the factories, and I will come up with my own product that is in some way different from what else is on the market eventually, if this product works. But I get started with a duct taped, stapled, glued together website just to get the momentum going and just to get the traffic coming in, because otherwise I'll sit here for the next 6 months trying to perfect everything, and the market will move and I won't move with it. But once I'm in and I'm working on it, and I'm looking at my stats every day, and I'm making a positive change to my business over time. And that's how we do it in e-commerce. That's how we do it. We don't do the cart before, well, maybe we do kind of do the cart before the horse, don't we? But you got to understand, we are not a typical marketing here. Like I have a agency that I've built with some business partners, and we have a lot of Australian companies who require, do business with us and have us do their ads and have us help them with their products. So we are a marketing company. So I understand they want perfection. Those clients, they aren't happy if I make a mistake or or have a spelling error on the website, or if I screw up the product, they are not happy at all. So I understand that side of things, because when I make a mistake, my partners come down on me, the client comes down on us, and on me, and it's a catastrophe. So with my agency, everything is perfect before we launch. Everything is tested and approved and signed off, and we have designers working with us who cost hundreds of dollars an hour to get these designs across the line. With my e-commerce side of things, it's a whole different mindset. It's just get something launched, just get something tested. And what you start with is not going to be what you end up with, because you will start with a piece of trash. You're going to end up with a diamond, an absolute diamond. Homecraftology this is a brand that's taken me years to perfect, years to get the feel right, to get the text right, to get the pictures right, years of testing and failing and having worse results, then getting better results, and then trying to figure out why I got better results, years of product improvement, and where this has come from. A lot of my product improvement is because I've engaged my audience here. And this is something to think about. Can you choose a niche where you could make a group? So this is a Homecraftology diamond painting group. And I've had groups for paint by numbers. I've had groups for scratch art. I've had groups for puzzles. Like all the little niches that we wanted to get into. I shouldn't say little, they're massive niches. We've had groups for. And this is just an open forum for my customers, my fans, to come on in and post pictures of the thing they love most. And some of these pictures, that's my company, that's my company. Further down, that's my company picture. That's one of mine. A lot of these are mine, but as you scroll down, this is not mine. That's mine. Oh, wow. A lot of people posting just stuff that's made by us. That's not mine. That's not mine. So I don't care if they post, that's definitely not mine. If they post pictures or images of other companies' products, I encourage it, because this is a place for them to come and enjoy their favorite craft. And the benefit for me is I get to ask questions. So you see at the top here, I've got polls that are running that allow me to ask them, what should I improve next? So this question here, I was asking, should I make an AI image generator on my website so that you guys can generate your own diamond painting kits? And some people were like, yeah, great. Some people didn't care at all. I asked questions about whether or not we should add frames. We had questions about which types of designs should we do next, so we can see here exactly what the customers want. And that's how I've built this business to be where it is today. And look, there are lots of diamond painting companies. I'm by no means the biggest or the best, but I do have one of the strongest reputations of customer service and product improvement out of all of them. You have research team at my fingertips. Exactly right. Exactly. And you know what? This doesn't take me any time to manage. All this content is posted for me. And if I need something in an ad, I can say to this guy, hey, Elizabeth, can I use this in one of my ads? And she will 99.9% of the time say, absolutely, use this in your ads. I love your company, Chris. Well, I know that sounds like something they wouldn't say. That's actually what they say. Like if you look at my Facebook ads, it's actually what they have in the comments on my ads, and I didn't even pay them to say those things. It comes down to like engaging your audience is what it comes down to. So if you're thinking, hey, I want to get into the dog niche, great. Make a dog group on Facebook and just get them to share their pictures of dogs. Just start somewhere. If you're in the pain niche, make a pain, I guess a pain group would be okay. Or just like an elder group or some sort of like if you're more into the gym stuff, make a gym group where people show their progress about getting fit and whatnot. Just think of a group that you can make that you will sometimes use to promote your website. This essentially is kind of like using emails, but I'm using posts. But it doesn't just have to be for my company. It can just be for the enjoyment of everybody to love the thing that they love, because they're going to shop from you because they love something. Anyway, you might have a niche where that works. You might have a niche where you can't come up with anything like that. But like in this example, we're looking at a makeup product. There is no reason why this isn't the same thing, right? Not what we were looking at, because they were selling the makeup sponge. There is no reason why you couldn't have a makeup group with hundreds of thousands of people sharing makeup tips and photos of their faces and you know, help me make my face better, or will this work, or how do I use this? And you don't have to generate any content. They do it for you. Anyway, I hope that gets you thinking. Man, we are getting inundated with Valentine's gifts. These wallets, back in the day, there was just Ridge Wallet. Code 18 came along and made their own version, and now I reckon Code 18 are scaling even more than Ridge Wallet. Tim and Bella, did I initially have to buy group members for social proof so legitimate people would feel comfortable joining? No. You know what I did, and what I would continue to do? I didn't focus on the group. I focused on building an email list. And this is where most Freedom Clubbers kind of have their eyes open when they come to one of my streams. I'll show you guys. Let me show you guys. It'll make you a bit sick. Just be prepared to be disgusted. Okay? Give me a second. Let me log into my email account. Which one is this? Switch store to that one there. Okay. So you might not realize it yet, but your whole goal in doing what you do is going to be to build an email list. Now, my favorite email platform is Omnisend. In the course at the moment, we're teaching you to use Klaviyo, but we will soon be changing the course material to use Omnisend because I've finally managed to convince Austin that this is the best email platform on the planet. When you look at my automations, and these are all in US dollars, so this is all the money that I'm generating in 7 days just from my email automations. And I can tell you that this is actually quite low. I need to go through and redo some of my emails. I'm showing products that don't convert very well. That should be double. In the past, that's been double. And so, like, what's this? 2 grand, 4 grand, 6, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, $8,000 US. That's 12,000, maybe 13,000 Australian dollars automatically coming in every single week just from my email automations. But guys, look at my campaigns. It links sales actions to my emails. Certainly does. Every week I send out 1, 2, 3, occasionally 4 emails, and every email that I send, I'm making around about 2 to 2.5, even 3,000 Australian dollars. That's another $3,000 email. That's a what, a $3,500 email. In addition to what my website just makes by itself. So you can see that the email systems, 10x your weekly salary from my email list, yeah. Probably just from my automated emails, let alone my campaigns. So what I do is I focus on my email sign up, and I focus on my email experience, and I get people wanting to open my emails and loving my emails. My sign up rate is actually dipped this week. It's usually a lot better than that. That's 9%. That's probably 3% higher than most people. My sign up rate is usually around about 10 to 12%. If I look over the last 30 days, yeah, 11.1%. So if I spend $100 on Facebook ads, my cost per click at the moment for Home Craftology is around about 60 to 70 cents. So I have about 130 people come to my website, and out of that, 11% of those people sign up to my email list and say, hey, I want to hear from this person regularly. Now, my list at the moment is, I think I have 60,000 subscribers, but so yeah, nearly 60,000 email subscribers. You can see here over the course of the last 10 years, I've had 264,000 people come through my email list. Either they've signed up and they've unsubscribed. And during COVID, we had a huge, like we were doing $20,000 days in COVID. It was ridiculous. And a lot of these people would have signed up in COVID. And, and as soon as COVID was finished, a lot of them were like, crafting, nah, that's so 2020. So you know, we've churned through a lot of people, but that just increased. What you want is you want your email subscribers to always be slowly going up, and people will unsubscribe naturally. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But as long as this number here is slowly going up, then your business is growing and you're bringing new people in. If you nurture them through your emails, if you send them stuff they're going to like, they're going to love your business. Now, what I did to build my page was simply, where's my group? Sorry, you saw the group. What I did to build my group was just promote it via my emails. In my welcome series, in the first 2 or 3 emails that you get from me, I invite you to come and join my page. Once you purchase from me, I invite you to come join my page again. And so you get automated emails from me asking you to come in and join my diamond painting group. It started with just me and my wife and a couple of friends. It slowly grew to 10 people. It slowly grew to 20 people. And we just kept posting in it, just keeping the content there. And before long, it becomes its own beast. And now we don't even promote it very much. That's how that works. All right, guys. I hope you've learned something out of this, and I hope I've given you some direction. I am going to go live with our next call, which is marketing reviews. For those of you staying on, I'll see you in marketing reviews. For those of you who just want to watch, feel free to jump on in and have a look at where we're going, because in marketing reviews, I look at Facebook ads, I look at landing pages, I look at email signups. We do Q&A and pretty much just do like triage on websites to try and help those conversion rates go up. You are all absolutely welcome, and I hope you get the value out of this that you need. I will see you all shortly in the next one.